welcome back to another book review by Alice. I'm your host, Alice. Today we are going to talk about Neon Gods by Katee Robert. And I'm losing my bookmark. I did want to take a minute before I go into this book review just to make a note that for the next couple of weeks I'm going to be reducing my book reviews down to only one a week because I'm going to be starting a series where I talk about the characters in my book and go a little more in depth into the characters and what personalities and what I base on them. But also I'm going to be saving up some book reviews so that I can give you a ton of spooky ghost and horror book reviews starting on October 1st in order to do as many scary ghost reviews as I can for the month of October in honor of Halloween. So now that that's out of the way, back to Neon Gods by Katee Robert. So this was my first Katee Robert book, and I ordered Neon Gods in December, and after 6 weeks Amazon canceled my order because they just couldn't get it in stock, which was very annoying. So I got it finally, yay, and I was really excited to dive in. For those of you who don't know, Neon Gods is another retelling of sorts of the Hades and Persephone story. And what I really appreciate about this book is it's completely different from a lot of the other books that I've written. It's not a case where the gods are specifically gods. They are people who have been assigned the titles of the 13 gods. And actually in the story itself, everyone thought Hades was a myth and did not exist anymore. So that the title had just kind of gone out of fashion, which was a really interesting spin on things. And so I liked the characters of Hades and Persephone. I like that in this story, Persephone is one of 4 daughters, so she's got sisters, which was a really nice take from the usual sheltered, lonely Persephone that grew up with out siblings and all by herself. So it was kind of nice, and they had to meet her as a severely power-hungry, crazy kind of woman who was like trying to climb that ladder and break that glass ceiling and get what she wants, which was awesome because usually Demeter is kind of like an old mother type character who's nasty at everybody who goes near her kid, and in this case they flipped it on their head again, where she was trying to essentially give her daughter to Zeus so she could have power, which was like very interesting and not what you expect from Demeter. So the characters, the way they portrayed like Apollo and Hermes, and that was so much fun, and not all of the gods were the gender that they typically are. Like Hermes was a girl in this one, and that made it so much fun and different, and I really enjoyed the story. It's very different from the usual Hades and Persephone telling, and there's a lot more of it is Persephone's decision in this book. Sometimes the Hades and Persephone stories are that Persephone gets tricked into being with Hades, like the what is it called? The one by Scarlett St. Clair. I love the book, but again, Persephone gets into a contract with Hades by losing a bet without even realizing she was betting with him. So she gets tricked into that starting of that situation. And whereas in this one, it was entirely Persephone's suggestion and idea. So I like that because it's her taking power over Hades for once, as opposed to Hades being charged. Don't get me wrong, he's still very much the alpha male that you expect from a Hades character, but she instigated the entire situation, which was really nice to see in a book for once. And it is very much a spicy book, so be aware, it is hot, and so if you don't like books that have graphic scenes like that, you will not want to read this one because it is very much an adult book. But at the same time, if you like retellings of Hades Persephone and you're into that kind of thing, this is a really great book. I enjoyed it. One of my favorite ones I've read so far, and I've read quite a few. Surprise, the girl who likes Greek mythology has read quite a few of the retellings of this sort. So definitely check it out. It is the first in a series. I do plan to read more of the series, so I'll be able to do reviews of them. But as I said earlier, I am working on getting more ghost books for Halloween, so I'm reading like 3 ghost books for every one fantasy right now. So it's going to be a little bit of time before I get to it. But yeah, if you like retellings, check it out. It was a blast. So have a great day, you guys, and happy reading. Ooh, and let me know what you're reading in the comments, because I need more recommendations. My TBR just isn't big enough. It can always get bigger. Thanks. Happy reading.